can't figure out Menendez without getting hit. Salazar, you grew up in Nicaragua during his rise to power. You know his legends better than anyone. Tell me, why does he hate us?
It's showtime, Mason!
What'd you see, Woods?
Sand. Sand and more filthy sand. Hudson's contact's on his way.
You reckon we can trust the Chinese?
We can't hear him. They've been supporting the Mujahideen same as us. They know if Russia was in Afghanistan, they'd be looking at China next.
No one likes the Russians, huh?
You know me. I don't like anyone. You might want to get your head down.
Take it easy, Sal! Deliver the weapons.
Now, what about your end of the deal?
I will take you to the leader of the Mujahideen. He can help you find Raoul Menendez. We have fresh horses. You will follow.
All right, let's do it.
Mason, it's Hudson. Did you make contact with Zhao?
We're on our way to the Mujahideen camp now.
What are you gonna do with that?
You never know.
I'm sure I don't need to remind you that our presence here must remain 100% deniable. There will be serious consequences if Russia learns of our involvement in Afghanistan.
Yo, that ain't gonna happen.
We must hurry. We believe the Soviets are about to launch an attack on the camp.
Mason, kick it up a gear!
Yeah!
This way.
If a Russian attack is indeed imminent, you're gonna need all the help you can get. I've arranged for a couple of specialists to act in an advisory capacity. Here they are now. Rahman, this is Woods, and Mason. My two best men.
We need weapons, not soldiers.
This should be good. Just so we're clear, we hold off the Russian attack, you give us what you have on Menendez.
Our base is here.
Any advance will come through one of the narrow passes leading into the valley.
I know this. Our men defend these mountains.
Our weapons will give them an edge.
That's a lousy plan. We're talking about the Russian army here. They come at you with brute force, which means strength in numbers, and heavy armor. Are your men ready for that?
They have no experience with the weaponry we brought.
And we do. We belong on the front line.
The Russian assault has begun. Yalla! Yalla, Boromirun!
You have faith in your plans, America.
I got more than faves out.
Let's rock it.
We must hurry! We cannot allow them to enter the valley!
Settle up, Mason.
tougher than we thought. We got hits dropping infantry right in front of the camp.
Lead them to the Mujahideen! Just get to the choke points and hold back their armor!
Follow me.
We got a BTR pushing through the ruins! You need more than a rifle, Mason! Grab an RPG for the weapon cache!
We cannot let it enter the valley! Another BTR is headed this way! Another BTR is headed this way!
Grab an RPG for the weapon cache!
Another BTR is headed this way!
Grab an RPG for the weapons cache!
Another BTR is headed this way!
Grab an RPG for the weapons cache!
BTR's history!
Try and lay them in the path of the vehicles! Nice work, Mason!
The Mujahideen can handle infantry!
Mason, put a crittering charge under the archway! Let's make sure no more vehicles make it through here.
trying to blow yourself up? Blow it, Mason!
West choke point is secure. Armor ain't getting through this way.
Woods, Mason, they're throwing everything they have at us. We've got threats all over the valley. Hoosier reporting rushing tanks moving in from the north.
Brute force and strength in numbers? You expected such a fight.
Doesn't mean I wanted it!
Scouts report enemy gunships to the north of the valley. Ensure they don't push through to the base.
Take out the gunships, Mason!
We've got gunships raining rockets on our defenses. The base camp is under attack.
The gunships are neutralized.
More Russian gunships spotted to the east.
We're on it, Hudson.
Bring down those gunships! Go ahead!
Hudson! The gunships are grounded!
The Russians have overrun the Mujah ammo cache to the east. Do whatever is necessary to recapture it. Mullah Rahman is concerned. He thinks we're losing the fight.
You told Rahman for me, I don't care about his concerns. We'll get it done, same as always. Just tell him he better come through with his intel on the net desk.
The ammo cache is left of the valley. The path is impassable by horse. Dismount. We will proceed on foot.
Infantry fast roping in!
Don't let their feet touch the ground! You got another PTR rolling up!
Hudson, the ammo cache is ours.
You fight bravely, American.
Mason, return to base. We have a problem.
What kind of problem?
You better see for yourself.
Man was one tough. Bet your ass was. Kravchenko basically carved a hole in his head and he shoved those numbers in there and he survived that. No. Mason said he didn't see those numbers anymore, but I don't know. Not so sure about that. You better take a look.
This isn't over yet. The Russians want to give us one last display of brute force. Let's give them one last display of courage. You with me?
You better take a look.
This isn't over yet. The Russians want to give us one last display of brute force. Let's give them one last display of courage. You with me?
You better take a look.
This isn't over yet. The Russians want to give us one last display of brute force. Let's give them one last display of courage. You with me?
You better take a look.
This isn't over yet. The Russians want to give us one last display of brute force. Let's give them one last display of courage. You with me?
You better take a look.
This isn't over yet. The Russians want to give us one last display of brute force. Let's give them one last display of courage. You with me?
You better take a look.
This isn't over yet. The Russians want to give us one last display of brute force. Let's give them one last display of courage. You with me?
Kravchenko. Piece of shit. Of course he's involved in all this.
Kravchenko must die.
Couple times, I saw the tick. And I get that look in his eyes, he's scanning the room. Next thing you know, he's talking to the Russian. Good old Tricky Vic.
Woods. Maybe I should handle this interrogation.
Maybe you stay the f*** out of my way. I got unfinished business with this.
I left you to rot in Vietnam, Sergeant Woods. You should be dead.
Nobody told me. Buddy Rahman tells me you're doing business with a Nicaraguan named Raul Menendez. What do you do for him? You believe in an eye for an eye? Huh? This is the Mujahideen, baby. They'll bury you up to your neck, peel your eyelids back, and leave you to fry in the desert. I'll take you out quick. Tell me about Menendez.
I sell him weapons.
That doesn't sound too Soviet of you, brother.
The Soviet Union is dying. Money matters.
Where do the weapons go?
Cuba, Angola, the Third World.
Why?
Menendez wants to see the world burn.
That's not gonna happen.
Oh. He's more powerful than you know. He even has people in the CIA.
No way. This guy's playing with us.
The f*** are you doing?
Menendez told me you must suffer.
You face piece of...
We help you fight the Russians on your side!
No. No, you are and always will be our true enemy. Without water and shelter, you may last a day. If you are strong,
So, in a desert, buried, to here. Who does your father think rides up on a horse to save us?
Tricky Vic.
Yeah, see? You're just like your old man. No, it wasn't him.
That's not.